let's go on. I'm going to talk about Asuma here because he's another pretty important character for new players to think about trying to get. We're going to first talk about the most important one that you can get, Windblade Asuma. I have this guy pretty maxed out here, so let's look at his main characteristic, main stats here. He has good health, low attack, decent defense, pretty good ninjutsu. Like, this is a pretty good ninjutsu for sure. And he has pretty high resistance. These are good numbers. He has very good stats. Compare him to the lightning main stats, and he's better at everything except attack, and you don't need attack with this Asuma. He's also weak to fire by 14%. So let's take a look at what he does. Alright. Skip a mouse. So he's got a mystery here. Flying Swallow Piercing Prompt. Causes ninjutsu and taijutsu damage to up to 3 of your opponent's units and causes knockdown on selected unit. So, has ninjutsu, taijutsu, so it can get around immunities. Also, the fact that he has low taijutsu doesn't make a difference because he's doing ninjutsu damage with this mystery. Alright, now he's got an attack, taijutsu, ninjutsu. So once again, all you need to look at for this character is ninjutsu. He attacks a maximum of 3 units of your opponent's units in the front row. Now what this means is, Asuma right now is my front row. Now, Asuma and Lightning Main are now my front row. And if I put this random Maruka here, all 3 of these guys are now my front row. Asuma will attack all 3 of those people. He will also has a chance of causing repulse to one of those 3 units. And repulse causes damage to the whole row that unit is in. So that's pretty nice. He also has a passive here. Courage at the beginning of combat. Increase chakra by 20. So normally when you start the round, for round 1 you have 20 chakra. Asuma here gives you 20 extra chakra, which is very good in a lot of circumstances. You would like to have that extra chakra. It allows you to do a lot of times 2 mysteries on the first turn. So it's very nice. It also has a chase here. Fire style Burning Ash. Chases and attacks repulse unit. Causes knockdown and blindness. So he chases his own attack. Causes knockdown and then causes blindness. So blindness is a debuff that you put on for 1 round to any character that he knocks down here with his chase, and it will stop them from using their attack. So in this case, if you attacked and did this combo off, caused blindness to this Asuma Windblade, he would not be able to use Chakra Blade Straight Line. Alright? So, but you can also do it to healers, and it's very good to do to healers because they don't attack you, so it doesn't matter, you would think. But it stops them from being able to use their heal, because that's their attack. So they can no longer heal and get rid of debuffs and whatnot. It will just skip their turn and they won't be healing. You won't have to worry about it. Pretty nice. Now he also has a passive here, Poison of Invincibility. Significantly increases ninjutsu and attack attributes for all ninjas with full life on your team. Now it doesn't give a percent there, but I believe I have read multiple places it's 40%. Problem is, if you take any damage, it's gone. Now, when I first started playing, I thought, hey, I'll just heal it back up and I'll get the buff again. No, once it's gone, it is gone. So you need to really pair them up with specific characters, or you need to be extremely fast. If you have high initiative and you are like an extremely hard fighting blitz team, and you go first and hit them and get your chases off, at least all those chases and your first ninja, his mystery will be buffed. I don't think that's really worth it, but you could do something like that if you wanted to. What most people do is they pair him up with either Gaara, who throws up shields to your team, Earth Main, who gives shields to your team, or most of the time, you're going to see Windblade Asuma with Aruka. Because Aruka gives a shield to all Konoha ninjas, and that protects their life, so Asuma will be able to keep that buff up on your team like that. Very strong. He's very strong on Blitz teams. Blitz is just another way of saying teams that try to kill you extremely fast. They're trying to like one-shot you, basically. On the first round, they want to kill 1-2 ninjas, and then that's kind of it. So where do we get this Asuma here? This Asuma Windblade. He is in here, and Akatsuki approaches, I think. Yeah, there he is. Costs 320 ninja points. Now I don't need to get any more of him. I already have him 5 stars. He doesn't have any skill breakthroughs. Not right now anyways. Another way you can get him is to go into recruit. Look at these treasures. He is in Tendo Treasure right here. He is a rare in here. And I don't suggest putting any of your seal scrolls into this treasure to get him. Or any of these characters. You'll get them other places. These are all ninjas you can get for free elsewhere. Another way you can get this ninja is in Hot Topic events sometimes. Not every time, he's not always there, but he's there enough that you can reliably save coupons to buy him if you want to. You can also get him another way, which is to go into Arena right here. Rewards. Season rewards. If you get 6 pass signing, you will get 60 rare fragments for a ninja. All the same ninja. I have gotten Asuma here 2 different times at the end of the month. So you can get them there too. Usually those are almost all in that Tendo Pain treasure. And that's why you don't want to waste any of your seal scrolls in there. You're going to get those ninjas. You're going to get this ninja. You don't have to worry about it. Alright? So let's look at this Asuma. What his animations are like. Alright. So he's going to give that extra training chakra, which he usually does. He also buffs your team because they have no damage taken. Now this Asuma, his buff is gone. It's not there anymore. And that's his mystery. And that's his chase. Now, this Kakashi is now blind. It doesn't stop mysteries, but it will skip his attack. So he wouldn't be able to actually attack that turn if he was blind. And that's all this Asuma does. Once again, this Kakashi is not going to be able to attack, but he will mystery. Now, this Asuma's buff is still on this lightning main because he's taking no damage. But that's pretty much all he is. He's basically a buff bot. Very strong buff bot. You will see him a lot. He's probably in... This is Space Time, my Space Time. Right there he is. This rank 82 person has Asuma. Let's look at who the top people have going on. No Asuma there. None there. Surprisingly, nobody has him there, but it might be because they want to use other characters or different Asumas. That's the main Asuma that you're gonna want to use. So let's look at this normal Asuma. His health growth is meh. Like all his stats are kind of meh, but his resistance is pretty nice. He has higher attack than the other Asuma. I think his stats are more evenly spread, but you're not going to use this Asuma probably most of the time. But there are, depending on how new you are to the game, you might want to level him up. I did, because you might need him in ninja exams, depending on if you have this other Asuma. So let's take a look at this Asuma here. I'm gonna actually look at right here, so we can see his cooldowns this time. something I forgot about the other Asuma. Cause wind attribute damage to a selected unit, and will also cause the unit to suffer from knockdown. When your chakra is higher than 70, the skill will not consume chakra and have no cooldown time. So you can, once you get to 70 chakra, you can spam this mystery over and over and over again. Normally, the cooldown timer is 3, so you use it and then you have to wait 3 turns. But it has a battle cooldown of 1, so you can't use it right away. It also costs 20 chakra, but once you get to 70 chakra, it won't cost anything. That's pretty nice. Now here's his attack, it's Taijutsu. Attacks the opponent's front row, has a chance of 3 combo and repulse. He's got passive courage, so like the other Asuma here, he gives you 20 extra chakra, and that is the biggest reason why you might want to use this Asuma if you don't have the other Asumas. He also has this chase. Chase attacks repulse, causes knockdown, causes blindness. Exact same thing as the other Asuma. Now he has this chakra blade. This is a passive. When you have a minimum of 20 chakra points, for each extra chakra point over the 20 chakra points you have, this unit will have its ninjutsu and combo rate increased by 1%. So that can get pretty high, pretty ridiculous. Pretty nice. I don't think right now that Asuma has skill breakthroughs. Yeah, okay, so he doesn't have them right now, but in the future he's going to get them. But since we don't have them, no point talking about it. Can you get him in collections? Doesn't look like it. He's probably in here somewhere, I'm probably missing him. But you're not going to be able to get him, you're going to have to sweep for him. There he is right here. If you look at this, he's in the Tendo treasure, he's in the Seal treasure, and he's in Elite Instances. And then you can sweep for him 9 times a day if you want him. Seal treasure is right here. So it looks like he's just a random ninja in there. So you don't want to pull in here. And he's also apparently in here. Right there he is, as a common. So every 10 pulls, you're gonna get a common. I think that's how it works. I think that's how it works. Don't quote me on that. But it doesn't really matter. You don't want to try to go for him in these treasures. Just sweep for him. You'll get him soon enough. So let's look at this dude's animations. He doesn't do any damage to multiple people, so we're not going to worry about that. So we have 20 here. We're going to use this lightning main mystery here. So as you can see, he blinded this Kakashi. Did his chase. Alright, so if I waited, which I didn't, but I have 80 chakra here. Even though I shouldn't have 80 chakra here, I'm not sure why it's there. But as you can see, I use this mystery. Bam, it's back up. See, I'm going to press it again. He's not going to use his mystery again right now. He's going to use it the next round. It doesn't mean you can just spam, 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 do it over and over and over again until they're dead. It still has a 1 use per round limitation. Alright. But as you can see, he just does it every turn. So it's pretty nice, especially because he can start chases with it. Alright, so he's a decent ninja for such a commonish ninja, I guess you would say, a sweepable ninja. And there's one other Asuma in this game. I don't have him, and I don't think I'm gonna get him for a long time. So we'll talk about him slightly here. This is Edo Asuma. We look at what he does here. His mystery is fire style, burning ash. Prompt causes fire attribute damage, blindness, and ignition to up to 3 opponents' units in their lineup. The selected unit will suffer knockdown. So that's pretty nice. Causing blindness to 3 people is very handy, depending on their team makeup, of course. Also causes ignition, which is, you can say it's better or worse, whatever. The fact that he has both of them in one thing is pretty nice. Alright, so he has an attack, taijutsu attack, attacks opponent's front row, has a chance of triple combo, and repulse. Okay, so that's pretty nice. Then he has this chase here, wind style dust storm jutsu. Chases an attack knockdown unit, causes repulse unit, causes damage to the row behind him. So he chases his own attack. He also has his passive here, courage. At the beginning of battle, your party will obtain 20 chakra. If 3 or more Edo Tensei units are present in your lineup, instead your party will obtain 40 chakra. That's pretty nice. So he gives the same thing that the other 2 Azumas do, but if you have an Edo Tensei party, he gives even more chakra, which is pretty insane. Now he also has the same passive the other guys do. Units in your lineup with full life points will have their ninjutsu and attack increased by 30%. Now I said when I talked about the Windblade Asuma, I thought it was 40%, but this says 30%. So since they're named the exact same thing, I have to assume it's 30% for both. Alright, I moved it up so you could see that it says that. This is a very strong ninja. You will see him in space-time with quite a few people. I am kind of, if he's not in any of these, I'll be surprised. But I think the best team in the game right now is using him. He's not in any of these. Pretty surprising, but anyways, none of those people we just looked at had the I would say like the most broken team in the game. They all have their own kind of team that they're doing, but he is part of the most broken team in the game right now. So he's definitely good. Asuma is a very good character in this game. If you can't get the Edo version like me, just up the stars on the Windblade Asuma. He's gonna do pretty much the same thing for you. He's very strong. You're gonna want to have him in the Nine Tails event for sure. And if you ever want to use blitz teams, you're gonna want him there too. I'll show you a quick blitz team with him. Okay, so this is the blitz team that I use when I want to go blitz, and I will use lightning armor and this taijutsu attack here, and then I will use this summon, and everything else here is the same. I will use all these things here, and it's a pretty strong team. So if you have these ninjas, you can try it out. If you don't have this Chisui, you can just put any other strong ninja in there and it'll work. But yeah, that's it.